Hello everybody, this is third in a line of Cryosin replays. This one is going to be featuring him on the bottom spawn of Blistering Sands as the Red Terran, and his opponent this time is going to be a Zerg named Knight in the blue. Seems like everybody is red and blue in these 1v1s anymore, something I can't fault him for. But Knight going to be moving out with his Overlord. We're probably going to see the similar type of style that we've seen the past two games, with Cryosin choosing to go barracks with a tech lab, 3 more with reactors, and maybe we'll see something a little bit further on down the line, maybe those Thors that we were promised. But Mass Marine so far impressing the absolute daylights out of me. Cryosin going to be starting the wall off. Smart idea, especially against a Zerg player who has the option to do a fairly quick rush and do a continued burst of speedling run-bys, which if you're not prepared for, can be absolutely devastating to your economy. But right now, it looks like we're just seeing a standard 9 Overlord, probably going to see a 14 pull, maybe a 13 pull, as he is saving up for additional drones, or additional money here. Going to probably go all the way to 200 and put a spawning pool around here. It looks like he's choosing to put it around here. Typically, most people like to put it behind their mineral line, just because if this goes down, it spells disaster for a Zerg player, as they're not able to get their tier 1 quick unit out. Another thing about spawning pools I didn't really notice is they have the least out of any, least hit points out of any production building. Also cost the most. Of course, gateways being completely overpowered, have like 1,500 hit points or something ridiculous like that, while a barracks only has 1,000. So we'll see that first Marine pop out. This SCV is going to go scout. Why not? This one probably going to get back to work. The first refinery still underway, and actually something seems a little off. That refinery is a little bit delayed. The second supply depot is about on time. But a quick expansion by Knight, so it was 14 or 13 pull, 14 hatch, maybe something along those lines. And as soon as a Zerg player gets that second hatchery, it is very tough for any type of person to maintain an economic advantage, because they have the ability to do two larvae every 20 seconds, I believe. And once queens come out, that number just is absolutely ridiculous. For some reason, he has his rally point for his drones set here. We'll see if he's going to be putting down an extractor here or something along those lines. We do have 6 Zerglings on the way. I'm not exactly sure why, but we do. And this drone, unfortunately, going to be going around the SCV. But now they're going to surround, and as the Zerglings do come out, they will pop. First inject for the queen. Hatchery almost done, and we're seeing the same exact play. Here's the tech lab, 2 barracks, 2 Marines as well, and these 2 more barracks going to be going down. Do we see a Reaper going to come out? Probably not. He should build a supply. He's reading my mind. Vision over these rocks is crucial. I know in a couple of my games, I've never really paid much attention to it, but you really need to. Getting the double extractors at the same time, gonna move to a push where it is gonna be more gas intensive, so we might be seeing some play towards tier 2, Hydras or Mutas most likely. With 2 gas, you can easily afford roaches, so that's kind of out of the picture. You can produce out of 1 hatchery easily with 1 gas. So 2 reactors, third one probably gonna go down right about now. As soon as he gets 50 minerals, we might be seeing that, but it looks like he's gonna be getting a Marine out of this one, researching shield as well. Smart idea. Shields, of course, giving the Marines the extra 10 hit points, and eBay going up for that first weapon upgrade. This other queen going to be right here, has his drones rallied here for some reason. I'm not sure if that was just a misclick or what, but this drone is just going to kind of chill out. We do see the hatchery morphing into a lair, and nobody really doing anything with this expansion. It does have another 6 Zerglings with a first creep colony, getting a couple more Zerglings out. Nice, I call it a creep colony, my apologies, it is a creep tumor. More Zerglings all over the place. Not going to be able to take on this amount of Marines, especially without speed, and especially when the Marines are behind a wall. No third reactor, a little bit of a departure from what we've seen before. We don't have a factory going up quite yet, And we do have a baneling's nest going up in the back of the base. It's ridiculous how big this building is, but it is very much worth it. These drones, I gotta think it was a misclick, because he has them both rallied. Both hatcheries are rallied right here. So this whole group of drones is just in the middle of nowhere, not doing anything. Looks like these Zerglings are going to be used in a flanking attack with these Zerglings on these Marines that are coming in. We should be seeing him move right around now. This Overlord going to go down, put him under supply, so no more new units for Knight before he gets some Overlords out. But he is getting some Banelings, perhaps in the back, yes. These Banelings will be able to take a lot of damage, put out a lot of damage on these Marines. And it looks like he has them rallied as soon as they are out to kind of waddle over here. The hatchery going down before the Banelings arrive. And here come the Banelings. Oh, only one going down, 4 going down, another 4 going down. So this was kind of a last-ditch effort. These Zerglings sent in there to clean up the rest. I'm sure the Marines will survive. 2, in fact, do. 3 kills and 1 kill. 4 between them. These unfortunate drones finally moving to do something worthwhile. And we do see these larvae not doing much. This queen probably will go down with some good micro here by Cryosin. It's kind of laddering back this queen. Unfortunately, these Zerglings are able to save the queen. Haha. And we do have a Hydra Den going down, so that's the purpose of the second gas. Unfortunately, losing your expansion is a very costly maneuver, especially when we do have a lot more Marines on the way. No third reactor. Kind of surprised getting a second gas. Upgrade is almost done for that first crucial weapon attack. And do we have Stim done? We do. I missed it completely. But he does have an abundance of resources. Look for an expansion to be put down quite soon. And this amount of Marines are not going to be held off by these Hydras. Unfortunately for Knight, he does have a huge crop of them. 10 Hydras on the way. That is a force. These Zerglings not going to be able to do much damage to this amount of Marines. Another Overlord going down. Always a smart practice. Oh, rally point. Oh, you hate to see it happen. One Hydra nearly going down, only getting 1. Yeah, okay, loser. Okay, alright, that's kind of funny. But it looks like Cryosin lingers in the game a little bit longer than he might have otherwise, and a little bit of crying from Knight. Although a lot of Zerg players against, especially in 2v2, a lot of Zerg players tend to stay at Speedling for a very, very long time. So this is just kind of a Terran mirror of that. And you can see that Knight not spending a lot of his minerals, he is at fault. He could have gotten roaches to deal with the Marines. He could have gotten Baneling. He could have researched Burrow and used Baneling mines at his choke here. Set up 1, 2, 3, exploded them as the Marines went over, and there goes half his force. He could have done a lot of things to stop this Marine pressure. Of course, he doesn't have the Lurker, but that's a discussion for another day. Or maybe another expansion. We'll see if they're going to come in at the heart of the swarm in stores whenever they choose to. But Stim, 1 weapon, and shield, very powerful against pretty much all races so far. We shall see if there's a chink in Cryosin's armor, either that or he hasn't uploaded those replays. So we'll continue the series. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to go next, but I hope you're there with me. So good luck, have fun, and see you at launch.